8 shoots, 40 shots in all, 40 targets to be hit, and they've taken 48 rounds to do it.
Well, really, the Swedish men, of course, Lindström and Bjorn Ferry, they've put in a good performance. They've only lost 4 seconds from when they were handed over to, or from when Bjorn Ferry was handed over to.
Russia, Norway, Czech Republic, the 3 best teams from the range. Germany is 4, France 5, Slovenia 6, Italy 7, Ukraine 8, Sweden 9 and Switzerland 10. Då ska vi gå ut till mellantid igen och då handlar det om 6,3 kilometer på den sista sträckan.
Ustigov on the charge. This is the big climb, and he's saved something for the last 2,500 meters. His hips have dropped back a little, Mike, maybe indicating fatigue, but the work rate is still there.
You just get the feeling that he has been told that Svensson is on his case, and thankfully for of course, Ustigov, that it's a 29-second gap.
It was a 29-second.
I think Svensson will take at least 15. Although when he realises it can't be done, he might back off.
6.3, he's only got 1,200 metres, of which 600 are downhill, and he's still got 27, so nothing going there. Svensson will save something for next week. Moravec, what a great start to the Czech Republic season. Let's hope that this is not a flash in the pan and that they can keep it going. What's going on with that right leg?
Well, he's trying to get compression down as he drops his arm. I think he's just trying to put a little more energy from his body drop. It's like jumping on a set of scales. I suppose he's going for more kilo power through the edge of the ski.
Yeah, just making sure that the ski goes flat on the snow. Sometimes you over-exaggerate that as we watch Germany come through. Simon Schemp in 4th, and they're trying to hold off France in 5th. The French have got the better of the Germans in relays in recent years, but not today.
Well,
at the moment.
The French coach is telling Boeuf to catch Schemp at all costs. Make sure you close that gap. Try and catch the German. Positions are so important.
I do agree with the French. It's vitally important to get good results early on in the season because they're a team that respond to success. And we've seen that time and time again. Once they start winning, they can't stop. But then they have to start again the next season. Raise the spirits in the camp, and then they should see some glory coming their way.
I think so. They're a very happy team, but they're a very close team in that they keep themselves quite a bit to themselves, and they keep it all within and work so much at their team spirit.
Well, there's the margin, and Svensson is into cruise mode. How do you think he looks for this season? Is he going to claim back that overall title?
From what we've seen today, and this is him backing off, he realises he can't quite get the first. I think he's looking brilliant, just so balanced, so easy on his skis, and you just feel there's so much more power there. He had to kind of go fast on his stand shoot, whereby he missed 2 targets, but for the individual on Wednesday, I'm sure he'll change those skills.
So, good win for Russia, 1:12.41 the time. No sprint finish to get us off our chairs at the start of the season, but an impressive performance nonetheless from the Russians, and they've shot well. Only 6 targets missed, so 46 shots required to clear the 40 targets. Norway, 10 misses in all. That's been the difference. 1 less, and we might have had a race for the line, but Svensson left himself with too much to do. 29 seconds was the margin at the start of that last 2.5K loop. But what about the Czech Republic? A brilliant start to the season for them. Vitkova and Sokolova took the 2 female legs, and then Michael Schlesinger, a fine performance from him to give Moravec a chance of claiming a podium position, and that is exactly what he's done. And they've taken some big scalps, and they've taken scalps of teams that have funding 2, 3, 4 times their own. Germany and France, 4 and 5. Well, it looks good for an exciting season, Mike. A long way to go. The athletes will enjoy being up in Östersund for 10 days. It gives them time to settle down. They'll not be picking up any viruses out of the water this year.
Hey, well, that's true. That was the situation a couple of years ago, wasn't it? And it really did affect some of the teams badly throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, Austria claimed it was affecting them 3 years later.
you never know, these things can last. But it could only 52 seconds separating the first 5 teams, so we're in for a very tight season.
Slovenia and Italy, the world champion silver medalists, just hold off the Italians.
Ow!
And
Hofer's knees drop down. You drop about 3 centimetres down onto that piece of wood. Shocked his kneecaps.
Lukas Hofer, competitive as ever, still needs to tidy it up. No real evidence that his shooting has improved, but I'm sure it will have done once we see him in the individual races. And Freddie Lindstrom, who looked as though he was going to have a bit of a sprint finish with the Swiss team, finds himself with no one to race. That's a bit of a shame. Hallenbatter that was. Simon Hallenbatter going down hard to allow Sweden to claim 8th position. Still 2 minutes behind, so all the way from the second leg, Mike, Sweden have held their own against the leaders, but without the pressure. So that shows that the Swedish men are on form and will certainly be in a position to challenge. Well, not a bad race, not the most exciting finish we've ever seen, but credit to Russia.
Throughout their whole performance, only 6 spare rounds. It was the best shooting performance of the day. And if you imagine just missing, well, a couple more shots, that first place would have been the second place, with Norway skiing slightly faster.
Well, they're not hanging around for the prize-giving ceremony. There are plenty of Glühwein tents out the back of the stand. And then, what have they got, a couple of kilometres, 15-minute walk or so, back into the centre of Östersund, where plenty of entertainment will be laid on this evening.
And Östersund is one of these, one of the few World Cups where you're actually based in the city, in the town. And at this time of year, all the teams have been doing this serious 3-4 weeks training in mostly in Scandinavia. It's a healthy change to get into a town, and you can get away from your teammates, away from your coaches, and a bit of relaxing time needed.
Now, the Russian fans do travel in numbers and absolutely passionate about their biathlon, but very impressive that they make their way throughout Scandinavia and, of course, down into Europe for the second part of the season. Östersund hosting the first round. Hochfilzen, of course, is on the card as well. We'll have Oberhof and Ruhpolding and Antolz all on the programme throughout the year. And the highlight is going to be the World Championships in Novo Mesto. Belarus, 12th place for Belarus. Poirier obviously has more work to do with them. Finland in 13th position, 350 behind.
I do think on the Belarus front, of course, we saw the two Belarus, in the women's side, they're strong, very competitive, up into, what, 4th, 3rd place. The men let them down slightly, but I do believe we're going to see that turn round as the season goes on.
22 teams in all, and plenty of them still out on the tracks at the moment. 24 teams, in fact, with Romania the last of the teams. We haven't seen too much of them. 14th place going to the Poles, and Poland started so well. They're another team who have 2 very strong women. Kristina Palka and Magdalena Gwizdon deserve some credit. They did exceptionally well. Still have the team in the top 5 at the end of the first 2 legs. Austria, 15th. Now, that's a bit of a surprise. We thought they might be coming through, but not the case. Well, it all starts again on Wednesday. The men's individual is going to be the first individual race of the season, 20 kilometres the distance. It's a specialist race, isn't it, Mike? Lots of people who feel that it should be shortened. You think this is still the blue ribboned one?
I think it's one of the big... We're only going to get 2 or 3 each season now, but I do think it is a test of mind and body over the longer distance. And yes, you've got some athletes more for the endurance. Of course, the shooting is vital at 1 minute per target missed.
Well, there you see the top 10 teams. Russia, a good win from them. 21 seconds is a comfortable margin over Norway. They didn't give Svensson a chance on that final lap. And the Czech Republic will be celebrating tonight. What a cracking way to start the season for them. Germany in 4th, not bad, but they're used to winning, and they like to win. They will be back, there's no doubt about that. 16th, 17th for the North Americans. They're way out of contention at the moment. So that's just about all we've got time for this afternoon. Darkness came over 2.5 hours ago here in Sweden, so short days, but good snow conditions, and that's what's important. There's Andrea Henkel with the white hat and the Fischer skis. I don't think she'll be too happy with her performance. She looked a little sluggish on the skis.
Her shooting was excellent, but I agree, she did look a little stale on the skis, and going into your first World Cup. And she's got 2 days now to get some feeling back, and maybe this blowout today, the nerves are put aside now. You've raced one World Cup, you know what it feels like again. It's a reminder after, you say, those 222 days since the last World Cup.
And do we belittle the result here today in the fact that France didn't race either of the Fourcade brothers? Is it an event that the top teams are taking seriously?
I think they're taking it more seriously. Certainly the Russian team and the French team, the French team could be stronger. The German team, it wasn't the strongest. I would love to see the teams putting their best players into this one. Sweden took it seriously, putting their best team, but it didn't quite work out for them today in 8th place.
Yeah, Sweden have lost their key player, their trump card in Helena Ekholm.
This is the warm down already, Patrick, so those who are not going to the podium, they're going to ski this track again for at least half an hour at that very slow pace, just getting the recovery very, very slow to get rid of the lactic acid build-up.
Yeah, they could do with a bit of a flat track to do that, but they don't have a choice around here. Let's have a look at the programme for the rest of the weekend. Alpine skiing from Aspen, USA. The women's slalom. The men are also in action. They're in Lake Louise for the men's Super G. It's fast and furious for the men over there in the North America. Nick Fellows, John Clark, Matt Chilton will all be with you tonight to talk you through those events, the early stages of the Alpine season as well. Well, the biathlon season has just started, and we need to have a quick look at what is coming up next week. As I mentioned, Wednesday, the opening day for the individual races, and the start time 17:15 European time, 4:15 if you're watching in the UK. Many of you may have to get those recorded if you're still at work. And then Saturday, the sprint events. Sunday, the pursuits. Everyone looking forward to Sunday. It's always a good programme. The double pursuit, men's pursuit, women's pursuit, and that of course is based on the results of the men and women's sprint. It's a good race. It's one that really determines the overall World Cup results at the end, because if you do well in sprints, you generally do well in pursuits.
You do, and I love the format, the pursuit. Yes, if you're handicapped by 40 seconds after day one, you've got to try and make that so it puts pressure all the way down the field, from the front to the back of the field.
Well, let's just have a reminder of the top 3 teams today. The Czech Republic, a surprise podium finish for them and a brilliant way to start the season. Vitkova, Sokolova, Schlesinger and Morovitz. Shooting, very much the key. Just 8 targets missed. No penalty loop ski. Norway, they started it with Tora Berger, and she started in fine style, showing everyone else how to do it. Solomdal looked strong, she looked fast, and she shot well. Bjørntegard, the new man in the Norwegian team, a little hiccup in the stand, which maybe put Norway out of contention. Svensson is skiing fast. He missed a couple of targets, which put him out of contention for challenging the Russians, but take no credit away from the Russians. Zaitseva, Vilkina, Volkov, and Ustigov. Too good for the rest. Over 20 seconds clear to claim the first biathlon victory of the season. That's all we got time for. We'll be back on Wednesday. We'll see you then.